Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
Well, it's great to have you with us here on a Sunday night. I'm Jordan Smith, and with winter weather moving our way, we're going to send things straight over to meteorologist Matt Gray. Matt, it is going to get ugly next week.
Yeah, it's going to be lots of ups and downs, and especially travel conditions are going to get quite ugly here as we head about 24 hours from now. We start off on Monday. Snow, heavier snow than what we've been seeing throughout the weekend, will begin by the evening commute, and it's only going to be worse as we head into Monday night. Heavier snow across the region. We'll begin to see blizzard, whiteout conditions over mountain passes. This all culminates then as we get up in the morning on Tuesday. Tuesday is a 4 News Now weather alert day. We're going to continue to see heavy snow amounts in North Idaho. Meanwhile, it's going to be rain and strong winds across our valleys in Washington. And we're going to continue to see those blizzard conditions up at the mountain passes. In fact, blizzard warnings in some of our mountain areas. That includes in the Blue Mountains, south of Pomeroy and Lewiston, and in the Cascades. And that does include Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass. Meanwhile, our passes in Idaho, along with northeast Washington and the North Idaho Panhandle, under winter storm warnings. So we're expecting some impactful snow here that's really going to slow us down. A little bit less of the snow department around Metro Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but combine that with some gusty winds, and it is going to be just a really gross and kind of a real pain kind of couple of days to travel around. Now, we have continued to see snow on our radars. We've had through the rest of the day, so you may be seeing some snow around the Meade area and 9 Mile, as well as in the Indian Trail neighborhood. We're also keeping an eye on a little bit of snow that's trying to hang around Rathdrum and around downtown Coeur d'Alene this evening. But that will be small potatoes to what we will see over the next week. We'll show you your extended outlook that includes Arctic air in your forecast coming up.
All right, Matt, we're looking forward to it. Thank you. And it is the start of a new year, and for many people, that means a new commitment to health and wellness. And one way people are doing this is by taking a break from alcohol. But committing to a sober lifestyle isn't always easy, and that's why 2 Spokane women created diversion events. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez has the story.
When walking around downtown Spokane, there are plenty of bars and breweries to pick from. Places where people can hang out that don't sell alcohol are few and far between. That's all about to change this Friday. That's the sound of a delicious, refreshing mocktail.
Of course, we'll have coffee-based, we'll have tea-based, might even come up with something cool with matcha, and then some Red Bull.
The social scene without the hangover. That's what Bailey and Christine are bringing to Spokane.
We've seen it be successful in other cities, and I think it's really easy sometimes to sit back and think, well, when will that come to our city? And so finally we thought we're going to do it ourselves.
When the founders set out to find partners, they realized they weren't the only ones excited about sober nightlife.
We've literally been having like pinch me moments in the entire planning process. Every time we talk about this with somebody, we hear about someone else's relationship with alcohol and what that means to them.
From the drink vendors,
being able to kind of present that space to people that have similar values or mindsets to mine feels really good.
To finding photographers, musicians, and a venue, Christine says she was surprised to find such overwhelming support for a sober social scene.
Like, there's a space where they can come, and drinking is not the default. So this is not necessarily for just the sober, it's for the sober curious, also for those who just are interested in exploring, not drinking for a night out, but anyone that just wants to try something new.
For more information about the event and how you can buy tickets, you can visit our website, kxly.com. Reporting in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Information there, Allison. Thanks for that. A sad loss for the Walla Walla community this morning. Fire engineer Ryan Pleasance died this morning while on duty. The Walla Walla Fire Department shared this on Facebook just hours ago. The fire department said Pleasance was a 20-year veteran with Walla Walla Fire, serving as a medic for 19 years before being promoted to engineer back in July. In the Facebook post, they said memorial service plans will be announced soon, but they didn't share any further information. An armed suspect is in custody following a shelter-in-place order for residents near the Chewelah Police Department and City Hall. And the Stevens County Sheriff's Office says the situation was, quote, peacefully resolved, and the suspect is in protective custody as of late Saturday night. The sheriff's office credits the help of their new armored rescue vehicle that you can see there on your screen, as well as their crisis negotiation team for the safety of everyone involved. On Friday, the Supreme Court allowed Idaho to enforce its near-total abortion ban, which prohibits abortions even in cases of medical emergencies. This decision, made as a legal fight continues. Justices said that they would hear arguments in April. They placed a hold on a lower court's ruling to block the Idaho law in hospital emergencies, which was a part of a lawsuit filed by the Biden administration. Under Idaho's law, anyone who performs or assists an abortion can receive a prison term up to 5 years in length. Former President Donald Trump will be spending some time in court this week. Trump is expected to attend closing arguments in his New York civil fraud trial on Thursday. He's accused of a decade-long pattern of inflating property values to get loans for his real estate and golf resort businesses. A number of sources also say Trump plans to attend federal appeals court arguments on presidential immunity in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday. That case centers on accusations that he was a part of an insurrection on January 6th of 2021. Altogether, Trump faces 91 criminal charges in 4 criminal cases against him. Trump denies any wrongdoing. We're learning more about the Alaska Airlines flight that lost a portion of a plane at 16,000 feet. At NTSB investigates. Passengers on that flight share the video of the harrowing incident. Plus, the weather is starting to turn, but there's still plenty of amazing spots to explore here in Community Forest. We'll take you to Post Falls in this week's Air for Adventure.
And we're about to see some major snow up on the mountain passes. Multiple feet of snow expected in many areas. I'll tell you when you'll have windows to get over the passes and what times you should be avoiding. Even travel down in the lowlands at times. Coming up.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
It's just 4 days until the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th. Amazing RV discounts and manufacturer's reps are coming from across the country with incredible prices for the show only. Thanks on site with super low interest rates. And again featuring tiny homes in multiple models. Tons of vendors and free admission. There's prizes and giveaways, including a travel trailer giveaway. There's adult beverages, live band, and a scavenger hunt for the kids. It's the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep.
With innovative memory foam developed by NASA, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer,
Which means less tossing and turning so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any qualifying Tempur-Pedic. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call now for our winter special. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
Have you recently bought a vehicle with bloated monthly payments and would now like to trade it in?
At Cal Auto Credit, we can help.
Yes, we can. At Cal Auto Credit, we can help you navigate out of a difficult situation to improve your credit.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. We're learning more about that scare in the sky on board an Alaska Airlines flight. That flight had just taken off from Portland, Oregon and was en route to Ontario, California when investigators say a door plug fell out, leaving a hole in the fuselage. That flight making an emergency landing, and no one was seriously injured. ABC's Zorin Shah from Los Angeles tonight on what we're learning about the probe.
The NTSB is trying to figure out how a door plug managed to fly out of this Alaska Airlines flight in midair. The flight, en route to Ontario, California, from Portland, took off Friday at 4:40 p.m. and reached about 16,000 feet before the door plug fell out, leaving a hole in the fuselage next to seat 26A. Investigators say nobody was in that seat or the one next to it. A passenger video taken on board the Boeing 737 MAX 9 plane shows the gaping hole. The flight path shows the pilot looped back around to Portland International Airport, the entire ordeal taking a harrowing 26 minutes. Passengers stunned.
It was hell, and the mask came down. I mean, you could see debris flying in.
The son's shirt was like completely blown off, and his body was extremely red.
171 people were on board, along with 6 crew members. No one was seriously injured. On Saturday, the FAA issued an emergency airworthiness directive grounding 171 Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes for immediate inspections. The NTSB was asked about the safety of the fleet.
We're early on in the investigation, so we can't make any broad statements about the fleet, but I am very encouraged, again, that the FAA took action to temporarily ground this particular aircraft for inspection.
The Alaska Airlines plane in service since October.
This plug should have been inspected at least twice as it went along the final assembly line. So somewhere there's a problem that needs to get fixed.
Investigators are now trying to find the door plug that came off and are asking the public to please call police if they find it. The NTSB saying they are grateful the incident occurred at 16,000 feet when passengers were still buckled in for takeoff and 10 minutes from the airport rather than 30,000 feet on cruise control, with people potentially walking around the cabin. Zorin Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Some scary stuff there. Meanwhile, we are about to see some adverse travel conditions here in the inland Northwest. If you or someone you know does lots of travel, maybe for work or just you have travel plans here later this week, this is going to be a storm that really affects you. Heavy snow, high winds, and it might be an and/or situation. Not everybody's going to see super heavy snow out of this. Monday night into Tuesday, the first of what will end up being 3 4 News Now weather alert days over the next 7. So in order to maybe avoid some wintry weather conditions, I would suggest maybe running some errands tomorrow morning. Through about lunchtime, things will be pretty quiet around here. Then as we head into the evening commute time, we'll start to see the first round of snow begin to push its way in. And then it is, all downhill from there, unfortunately. Let's show you hour by hour conditions here. So we've still got these light snow showers still around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. They will fade out as we go through the night. Then dry for the first half of the day, but look at this. Right about 4 o'clock, that snow pushes across from the Cascades, pushes into Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and all of our northern communities. Meanwhile, we've got a wintry mix or a quick transition to rain in places like Moses Lake, Ritzville, and down into the Tri-Cities. This will be a fairly fast first wave. As you see, this is only about 2 in the morning on Tuesday where we're starting to flip over to some rain or wintry mix or non-accumulating heavy wet snow, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Further north, though, and further to the east into some higher elevations, that cold air is going to continue to stick around and will continue to be gathering up snow. Plus, snow will continue in many parts of North Idaho throughout the day on Tuesday. Meanwhile, we'll be looking at gusty winds as well. But take a look at where we're going to expect things to stay a little colder for longer. Look at places like St. Mary's, like Kellogg, Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint, and Bonners Ferry. That's some serious snow totals here by the time we get to the end of Tuesday. This is from Monday night through Wednesday morning. So it's going to come over a decent time span, but still, that is stacking up a serious amount of snow, especially around Sandpoint and in the Silver Valley. Meanwhile, in Spokane, with a quicker transition to rain, we're likely only going to end up with around 2 to 4 inches, but something else comes along for the ride. Gusty winds, 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts, especially across eastern Washington. We could see blowing snow. We could see isolated power outages, limbs falling down, all of those things we talk about with high winds around here. So it's not going to be the most pleasant day. Plus, it'll be raining. Not the most pleasant day on Tuesday, especially in the morning. with those gusty winds, blizzard conditions up in the mountains. That's why those blizzard warnings aren't in place. You do not need to be traveling on Tuesday, Snoqualmie or Stevens Pass, really anywhere over the Cascades, and it'll be less bad, but still bad enough that you should reconsider your plans. 4th of July and Lookout Pass for Tuesday with a combination of snow and wind. It's bad enough with the snow. The wind becomes problematic too. Arctic air then comes down late in the week. That's right. There's even more issues after this. Look at these temperatures. The high of 9 on Friday, and we are going to be flirting with sub-zero temperatures by the start of the weekend. Jordan.
All right, Matt, thanks for that. And well, Monday through Wednesday may be a tough time to check out this week's Air4 Adventure, but even with winter kicking up, it is still a great time to get out and enjoy the inland Northwest. This week's Air4 Adventure, we're going to take you to Community Forest in Post Falls.
We love it. We come here probably like 2 or 3 times a week. A lot of different trails, so it's always a variety. They kind of all intertwine, so even if you get off your trail, you'll pretty much end up right back in the same spot. It's just really pretty if you can hike down right by the water. That's our favorite spot. That's usually we head straight down there and hike along the river. Still really pretty, even in the winter. The trails never really get too bad, so even when there's snow, plenty of room, and most of them are really easy, so she can come with us.
It was really nice and peaceful and lovely. I like to hike and, I don't know, just disconnect. It's gorgeous, and the weather's always, I mean, it's cold, but definitely bearable and worth still coming outside. And the dog needs exercise for their mental health just as I need it for mine too. I try to get outside at least once a day. 6, just because I wish the sun was out. So it was a little hard getting through the cold, and it was pretty muddy and rainy back there, just as the weather has been, but still more than a 5, because, I mean, I got to come outside today and enjoy nature, I guess.
Well, week 18 of the NFL season, the Seattle Seahawks with a chance to make the postseason, but they had to go down to Arizona and get the win against the Cardinals. Coming up in sports, see if they could overcome that pesky Cardinals squad down in Phoenix and keep those playoff hopes alive, or would it be Arizona going into the offseason with a wave of momentum? That's next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
If you're looking for a new ride for the new year, with delayed payments until April 1st, plus up to $600 of free upgrades like truck lift or tires, then you need to go to Cal.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at GAWon'tWait.com.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire is making room for new inventory. For a limited time, you can create your ideal space and save on in-stock selections, sofas, chairs, tables, and more. Comfortable and beautiful furniture makes a house feel like home. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
Well, coming into the weekend, we knew two things needed to happen in order for the Seattle Seahawks to make the postseason. The first was beating the 4-12 Arizona Cardinals down in Phoenix. Let's just get right to that one. Halfway through the second quarter, we're all tied up at 3 apiece, but Seattle driving in the red zone. Geno Smith drops back, hits a wide open Will Dissly. He's in for the first touchdown of the season for him. What a better time. The Seahawks with the lead, but basically offense disappeared after that for the next 2 quarters. Now to the third quarter, and the Hawks up 13-6, but this is where the Cardinals get going. James Conner off the handoff, gets a couple nice blocks. He's gone, and that touchdown ties it up at 13. In the fourth, Cardinals threatening again on 3rd and 13. The pass by Kyler Murray going to be well short of the first down marker here. So you figure team's going to set up, go for a field goal, just take those 3 points. Wrong. They're going to roll out the unit onto the field, but suddenly it's a shift out. It's a fake. Murray hits Trey McBride in the back of the end zone in Arizona with their first lead of the afternoon. They don't seem to care about missing out on a top 3 draft pick at this point. Just over 2 minutes to play. Seattle with driving. Geno dumps it off to Zach Charbonnet. He scrambles to get that first down. Seahawks in business. On the very next play, Geno drops back again, hits Tyler Lockett. He brings it in for the touchdown, and after a 2-point conversion, somehow the Seahawks have a lead late in this one and have playoff life. Then with 1 second to go, the Cardinals set up for a 51-yard field goal, but that goes wide right, and Seattle survives a thriller. They win this one 21-20. Now, with the win, Seattle needed a loss by the Packers as they faced off against the Bears at Lambeau Field. A loss by Green Bay, and Seattle is in. But if he already knows what happens here, don't spoil it for anyone. Halfway through the second quarter, Bears with that 3-0 lead, but Green Bay driving. Jordan Love off a play action hits Devontae Van Wicks in the end zone, and the Packers with their first lead of the afternoon. Then just before the half, Chicago kicks the field goal, makes it a 1-point game headed into the break, and there is hope for the Seattle faithful here. But after that, this is where the Packers just have their way. They just have their number for years. Doesn't matter who's behind center. Love hits Wicks again for the touchdown. Green Bay earns the 17-9 win. They punch their ticket to the playoffs, meaning Seattle is out, and the season comes to an end.
We really had one thing we could get done today, and that was come out and win this football game, regardless of what happened in any place else. And I'm so proud of the way this happened, because you know me. I like them when they finish like this, and as hard as it could possibly get, all the way down to the nub. It took another 2-minute drive, and it took a stop, to get it done.
Now, as it stands right now, Seattle's going to have the 16th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, and there are plenty of positions that the Seahawks front office is going to have to address, so certainly is not going to be a quiet offseason. Now, let's head out to Berkeley, where the Washington State women were taking on the Cal Golden Bears. In the second quarter, Bella Murikatete with a nice spin move to the basket. She finishes with 12 points, keeping the Cougs in this one. To the next quarter, Cougs are going to be down by 3. Charlize Ledger-Walker gets by the defender, somehow gets the shot to go down here, and this is not the final time we hear from her, though. Under 30 seconds to play in the game, we're all tied up at 62. Marta Suarez sinks the 3, puts Cal up and on the verge of victory, but the Cougs have an answer. It comes in the form of Charlize Ledger-Walker. The turnaround from way deep, and we're headed to overtime. The All Pac-12 player finishes with 20 points in this one. But with under 10 seconds to go in OT, the Cougs are just going to put it in the hands of their best player. Charlize runs into some traffic there, turns it over, and that does it. Washington State's comeback falls just short. They lose this one 73-72. Now, the Cougs have now lost 4 of their last 5 games and really need to get a win next weekend as they visit UW to take on the Huskies for the second time this season. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
We can't help what you do before you go to bed, but we can make sure the sleep is solid once you finally get there. And during the extended New Year's super sale at Denver Mattress, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or purchase a Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. Check out the Summit for only $299.99, plus 6 years no interest financing and free shipping. Here's to 365 nights of better sleep. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride. Get your new vehicle this year at Cal.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world.
And so much happening right here in the Northwest.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you, Northwest.
Hello, my friend. Pat Boone here for Safe Step Walk-In Tub. Listen, for years, one of my greatest pleasures has been relaxing in my walk-in tub. And I'm excited to tell you that Safe Step has actually found a way to take your bathing and showering experience to a whole new level with their new hybrid tub. It's the luxury and convenience of a shower and tub all in one package. The dual shower heads include a handheld shower wand and a large, luxurious rainfall shower head. Now you can finally enjoy the best of both worlds with the therapeutic benefits of a warm, soothing bath that can help increase mobility, relieve pain, boost energy, and improve sleep. Or, if you prefer, you can take a safe, refreshing shower all in one amazing product.
Call today and receive $1,500 off the purchase of your new Safe Step walk-in tub. Call 1-800-903-9006.
Well, here's your forecast for the next 7 days. Oh boy, we're going to see lots of ups and downs. It's going to be such a strange start to the week. So we start with snow Monday night, then we've got some rain in many areas that'll then flip back over to snow, and then you know the problems come along with that when things start freezing up again. More snow for the middle of the week, and then that Arctic cold comes. And remember, this is not factoring in wind chill, which unfortunately I think is going to be an issue as we head into Friday and Saturday. That's going to be something we're going to be watching very, very closely.
Everything just happening all at once here, Matt. Seems like we're getting it all.
We had basically no winter for many, many weeks here now, since early December, and now it's all happening in just a few days.
It all showed up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.